Good morning, Blissful Bunch. How's everybody this morning? Gosh, January 14th already. How did we get this far in the month? It seems like we were just talking about Happy New Year. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about triggers. So we need to be able to plan for our things that we know are going to trigger us back into bad behavior or the things that we're trying to quit. So what does that mean? It means that there are certain situations, certain things that happen that we know we're going to want to eat bad or not exercise or drink or whatever it is. The commitments that we've made at the beginning of the year, a lot of times we can roll along until a trigger comes and then something happens and then we just revert back and we don't even think about it. It's not our plan to drink. It's not our plan to eat the whole cake. It's not our plan to do those things. It's just that we don't necessarily plan ahead, and when a trigger hits, we aren't prepared for it. So let's talk about a little bit about what triggers are, what your triggers are. You have to identify what makes you want to revert back to your New Year resolution behavior. So what does that look like? I think there's several categories. I'll share kind of some of mine, and maybe yours are the same, or maybe you have different ones, but be aware of what they are. So first of all, social settings. Sometimes going to a party, festival, going to a wedding, or any kind of those events that a lot of times are where everybody's eating and drinking and doing all those things. So if you're planning to go to one of those, you need to probably get prepared. Those can absolutely be triggers. I'm thinking about the Super Bowl coming up. Good morning. I'm thinking about the Super Bowl coming up, and a lot of people are going to just throw everything out that they've done for the last month because, hey, it's a Super Bowl party. We got to have, our chips and dip, and we got to have our beer. So if you don't want to join into that and you still want to go to your Super Bowl party, you're probably going to need to plan ahead. Another trigger for me is emotional. Dark days, cold days, rainy days, gray days, days I feel grief, anniversaries of things that have happened in the past. Sometimes those are triggers for me. So luckily I live in Florida. I don't have a whole lot of those, but if you live in a place and those are triggers for you, you're going to have to prepare. You're going to have to think about what you can do to prepare for those days when that hits you. And then finally, another big trigger for me is stress. If I just put too many things to do on my to-do plate and I just go, or when I was working, 60 hours plus and not taking time for myself, what happens with that stress builds up, and then it's too much. I get triggered and it's going to be bad. So those are just a few, but think about it. Think about what your triggers are. What always, if you have had a slip and, not exercised or ate something that you didn't plan on, wasn't on your fitness plan, or you drank some alcohol, what triggered that? Think about those things, and those are the things you need to plan for. So what can you do? Okay, well, yeah, Janet, I know I got a wedding coming up. I know I'm in freaking winter, man. It's cold. What can you do? Well, think about the things that you can control, of course, and then make a plan for that. So if you're going to a wedding and there's going to be all kinds of food and stuff, it's going to be important that you eat before you go. Maybe you carry some snacks with you. You make sure you're hydrated. Those kind of things that would help you. Also make a plan for if you are not going to drink, they have alcohol-free options, or you bring your own. I mean, hey, don't be too proud to be bringing up your own AF solutions if you need to. Whatever it takes, right? Another thing would be to meditate, to breathe, to have your commitment on the way in the door. You're going to the Super Bowl party. You say, hey, I'm bringing a side today, and I'm bringing a big salad. You know what? There's probably going to be other people there who, although, yeah, they want the chips and dips, will see your salad, and you'll help them out. So that's another thing that you can do, is to be an influence in the party or in the social event that you're in. In the winter, it's hard to get out. If it's raining, it's cold, whatever. Book an indoor class. Go to a mall and take a walk. There's a lot of things that you can do. Phone a friend. Anyway, the tips for today is basically just to plan for your triggers. Figure out what your triggers are, know what you need to avoid, and then plan for it. You got this. You guys can do it. You know, tomorrow we're halfway through the month of January. I hope everybody is killing it, crushing their goals, and meeting them. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.